Happy Monday. It's 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. We start tonight at 5 with the debate on data centers right here in Indianapolis. We've been covering this for some time now, and tonight it's hitting a tipping point. City leaders are voting on the first zoning regulations. These are regulations written specifically for these data centers.
All of this as the council president plans to introduce a moratorium on new data center approvals. Alex Almanza is live as people are protesting ahead of tonight's Metropolitan and Economic Development meeting. What are folks telling you, Alex?
Hey there, Anne Marie, Felicia. Protesters have been planning this demonstration for weeks, really ever since the Metropolitan and Economic Development or Department of Metropolitan Development began the process of creating regulations for zoning processes for these data centers. I want to show you the amount of people that have started to show up. You can see that people are holding signs. Really kind of in opposition to this regulation that councilors are looking to take up today. Opponents of that say the rules don't go far enough in terms of regulating data centers. They argue the rules are actually too loose, worrying that it creates a playbook to encourage developers to come and build here in Indianapolis and Marion County. So tonight's committee meeting addresses two things. First, committee members will consider and vote on that zoning proposal. Then they'll vote on the amendment, which actually includes a temporary pause on data centers. This is also one of the first time residents are being given an opportunity to be on the record during public comment. People here tell me that this is something that they've been planning for weeks, and they hope their voice is heard.
Well, it's pretty exciting because a lot of people, too many people, sit back and think somebody else is going to do the legwork for them. But we have to get out here and do the legwork because it's our city, it's our Irvington, it's our state. And if we don't stand up for what we want, who's going to stand up for us? So I wish there were more people here, but we're glad to be here tonight.
That meeting is set to begin at 5:30 as residents are here. They're going to, if this proposal makes it out of the committee, it would head to the full city-county council where it will be voted on again. So again, that meeting begins at 5:30 and the proposal makes it out of committee. It'll be considered at the full city-county council. For now, at the city-county building, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Alex, thank you. We'll check back as that meeting results get underway. Also tonight, we want to make sure you're aware of the very latest about this family tonight grieving, identifying the victim in a shooting that happened downtown over the weekend. We want to show you some pictures that the family shared with us. They tell us that Juan Carlos Castillo Bujada was shot and killed in a parking lot between two downtown hotels. We're told this happened on Saturday morning. Just 18 years old. Today, police are still searching for the person responsible for pulling the trigger. It happened around 5 a.m. near Senate Avenue and New York Street. IMPD telling 13 News today they believe the shooting started as an argument between two people who knew each other. Officers are asking anyone that knows any information about this or perhaps has video of the incident to please contact them.
Tonight, still no answers as to who hit a woman on an e-scooter and left her for dead. It happened early Saturday morning at Pennsylvania and Maryland streets.
Ashton Hackman today shares how the woman's mother and friend today are reacting.
Brianna Evans was right where she wanted to be, visiting Indy, meeting new people, and building a dream. A dream ended before it started. Police say Evans was riding an e-scooter through the crosswalk at Pennsylvania and Maryland streets when a driver hit her and kept going. She had just gotten off the phone with her mom back in Florida.
She said, "I love you, Mama." I said, "I love you too, and be safe." And then 30 minutes later, she was gone.
Evans was visiting for the Herbalife extravaganza, hoping to launch her own herbal tea business. Friend Carla Colon made the trip with her.
She was doing pop-ups with tables, trying to like the wellness coaching type of thing.
Instead, they spent the weekend mourning a woman who they say could brighten any room.
And she just brought light to our space, to my life.
Among parents and siblings, Evans leaves behind an 11-year-old daughter, Paige.
She was a free spirit. Brianna fluttered around and flittered around, and if I told her you shouldn't do that, well, she was going to do it anyway, because Brianna did what Brianna wanted to do.
Metro Police haven't shared any description on the vehicle that they are searching for, but tell us that detectives are reviewing all available security video. Morris says even through grief, her faith leaves no room for anger.
God knows who they are. and they're not going to rest until they're going to confess, because God's going to not let them rest until they do. I just want them to take responsibility for taking my daughter's life.
A life taken and a mother waiting for answers. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
This is now the 6th fatal hit-and-run crash involving a pedestrian in downtown Indianapolis this year and tonight. IMPD is asking anyone who saw what happened or who may have dash cam footage, surveillance footage perhaps, to make sure you reach out and give them a call.
And we're working to learn more about an apparent high-speed chase that ended in a crash on I-65 overnight. So check out this cell phone video. It was taken by a WTHR employee. Multiple IMPD patrol cars were spotted on the side of southbound I-65 near 38th Street. Indiana State Police and IMPD were both at this scene. We've learned the driver of the vehicle was taken to the hospital in serious condition. We do have calls out to IMPD and ISP to learn more about this investigation.
5:06 on this Monday night. Let's take a live look outside right now. Kind of hazy looking right now. It was cooler this morning, but boy, the temperatures really picked up and the humidity too. So we're all back together with Angela Buckman today to let us know what we can expect tonight and in the days ahead.
Yes, is this what the rest of the week is going to look like?
It's going to be even hotter. So temperatures today, so far we've missed 90, but the temperatures will climb. The heat index values will climb. So we want you to prepare now for a hot week. Everyone's going to need a little extra attention this week because of the heat. In terms of advisories, National Weather Service has gone heat advisory for the far northern part of the state. So most of central Indiana is not included in this, and this is in effect for tomorrow. But it is one of several heat advisories and unfortunately extreme heat warnings across parts of Minnesota, back through the Dakotas. We will be keeping an eye because that's the heat that's going to slowly start to move east over the next couple of days. We take you live to Bloomington. Right now in Bloomington, it's 86. We're at 88 degrees in Indianapolis, 87 in Lafayette and Kokomo. Yes, it is a little hazy out there. Some sunshine late this afternoon and clear skies expected this evening. Overnight temperatures not too bad. We'll be in the upper 60s and low 70s around 8 a.m., but we will go up from there. Forecasting highs tomorrow in the low to mid 90s, and we've got several days in the 90s this week.
All right, thanks so much, Angela.
Also, there's a call to action in Anderson tonight after a shooting injured 6 people over the weekend.
Jenny Runovich shares the powerful response from community members. They want to create positive change.
When a shooting Saturday scattered a crowd, injured half a dozen people, and saw a teen arrested for the crime at this Anderson gas station, word spread fast.
It was one of those times where you literally, you hold your breath for a second.
And they were like, I don't know if you've heard, but they've been shooting people near your house.
And then you exhale and pray that it's not someone close to you again.
Talisha Wilson and James Dixon both grew up on Anderson's west side, love what it was, but worry what's happening lately, especially violence here at the corner of Nickel and Madison.
The past 3.5 years, there have been 6 deaths in a close proximity to this corner. This was just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back.
And I was like, I can't allow there to be another shooter when there can be another leader.
So Dixon created a call to action, the healthcare executive and motivational speaker asking on Facebook not for thoughts and prayers, but for people to do something tangible.
And I said, if I overcame and I'm from there, then they can. And if I don't speak up, if I don't do something with my voice, then I've wasted it.
That post got hundreds of shares with people pledging to help. Talisha, one of the first.
I'm in. I'm definitely in. What can I do to support? He made it simple. Comment, trade, space, owner. What can you bring to the table and what can we count on you for?
Taking tradesmen and connecting them with young people. Taking CEOs and putting those with young people and teaching them entrepreneurship so that they can start businesses and they can have a sense of purpose.
Dixon calls the mission the corner table, says this corner has claimed young people long enough. A meeting to plan set for later this month, dozens committed to help, including Talisha.
Responding to this one simple Facebook post has shown that there is still community. We just need to find our way back to each other.
And connect with kids before the streets do. In Anderson, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
People pledging to help in Anderson include teachers, pastors, construction workers, and the CEOs of some of the small businesses. The first gathering of what is called the Corner Table is now set for July 28th.
Our news continues. A person hurt on I-465 southbound today after a semi and a box truck crashed near the Brookville Road exit. So we learned that there was a small fuel spill in that crash. One person did have minor injuries. 2 lanes ended up closing as crews worked to get things cleaned up. We're working to learn a little bit more about that crash and what happened, but you can see the emergency vehicles there.
Tonight, now let's take you northwest of downtown Indianapolis to Boone County. That's where a contentious vote is happening in the city of Lebanon.
The city council is set to vote on funding to buy 4 buildings that are next to the site for a new police station. It's on Meridian Street in Lebanon, and the Lebanon mayor says city council directed city staff to focus on this location because of its proximity to City Hall and also along a major corridor.
So if you're interested in attending, the city council meeting tonight is coming up at 7:15. Voters will still have to approve a property tax referendum on the ballot in November to fully fund that new police station project.